Oh, why the hell not?
Raven Smithers.
That's how Cuddy be thinking. Like, fuck it, though.
Podcast this week is Baby C Mac.
Before I go boom like drop, fuck that door like
What's up? What's good? Welcome to the Locked In Podcast. We're starting this bitch off. I ain't gonna cap, my nigga. 1 o'clock in the morning, bro.
For real.
God damn. Bro was mad late. It was all... I'm surprised you're not annoyed.
I'm just hungry, bro.
You was doing homework?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I had a test. And I got home. I was tired. I took a nap. So.
To be honest, I can't like be mad at KHALID because I already know like that's how KHALID is for the most part. So we just got to figure out a day where like that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or something else though. But
You was doing homework too. That shit's stressful.
yeah, and then that shit was OD too. That should be like already make me annoyed. Like I'll be annoyed in the crib, trying to figure that shit out. Damn, I'm trying to.
Yeah. Coding is a different thing. Like for
Yeah.
real. Like people that know how to do that. Man, once you learn, bro, you're gonna be rich forever. And then on top of that, like, let's just say rich, but you're gonna be well off forever. Like you're gonna have a career forever.
That's literally the only reason I'm going to school is for money. Like, like that's the only fucking reason. It's just like it's an obvious like choice. I go to school for free, you know, and so it's just like, nigga, what's the one that's gonna make me the most money?
Right.
I don't really give a fuck about the other shit because this is like I'm chasing my dream, doing this shit in clothes. So,
Right.
what's the point of the other shit?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people get stuck in that little phase of like, oh, I can't do this because I'm doing this. When I feel like this is the perfect time period for us to do what we really want to do.
You gotta do that shit now. It's easier now than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Like you see a different type of person pop up every day. Like that one, for example, that one Mexican dude
Who?
with the Dickies, and he just used to ride his longboard and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
He's talking about the nigga who was drinking the juice.
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking about fucking. What were you trying to say with that nigga?
bro. Like I'm not trying to say he's like a character, but he is a character. Like he's his own. Like why did that nigga just pop out doing that shit, bro?
Did he pop off during COVID? That was before COVID. I was gonna say like, oh, maybe everybody was like depressed in the crib, and then like we seen this fucking Indian nigga skating down the block.
He skyrocketed that song "Dreams" by Fleetwood Mac to like #1 for the first time since like since that song came out, basically.
That was like one of the first viral TikToks.
Oh yeah, really. Yeah.
Are we talking about the same one? The nigga on the longboard
Yeah.
drinking the juice?
All
Listen-
fools got wild and shit.
Yeah.
Didn't they give him a car too?
They gave him a car, nigga gave him a fucking.
I don't feel like that was that long ago though.
It wasn't that long ago, but it was at least like over a year, maybe like 2 years.
I feel like it was
2 or
like
3
1
years.
year ago.
Oh yeah, no. Cause I came home a year ago.
Damn.
But yeah, what'd you do today? You were telling me you just you went to the fucking.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get back to it with his new collection and shit.
You went to the factory.
Yeah, and like they got all these new rules and shit. Like,
COVID rules or what?
nah, you just gotta fill out because they got so many like people using their facility now. Like, you gotta fill out all this fucking paperwork for any fucking little thing you want to do. There's like there's a form for everything.
But for what though?
Like if you're dropping off fabric, there's a form where you have to fill out every piece of fabric and how much.
Oh,
and
take
like,
inventory.
yeah, like you have to have it on record now. And like if you want a sample request, you gotta fill out like 5 different forms.
Was it just mad annoying?
Yeah, hell.
Because it sounds
annoying.
like that's like better. Because I mean I feel like people lose their shit. Like they be fucking up. Sometimes.
Yeah, some of them make sense so that you keep a record. But it's extra. It's overkill as fuck. Even the lady explaining it to me was like, because she knows me. She was like, yeah, I get it. It's like it's not ideal, but.
What are you working on? Some like fall winter shit? Or just a collection in general?
Kind of just a collection in general, yeah. It's gonna be I feel like I'm always make a jacket, regardless of if it's fall, winter, spring, summer. I kind of like.
I feel like it's kind of OD to be like trying to like. What's the point of staying on pace with the?
Trying to incorporate
that popular?
everything like functionally.
What do you mean?
Well, I meant like for like one of us.
Oh,
to
to
be
keep
like,
up
oh, I'm
spring,
gonna
summer,
drop
and then
fucking
fall, winter, and then
yeah,
spring,
then
summer,
Oh
and fall,
yeah,
winter.
summer,
like
yeah.
making actual seasons and collections.
Yeah, most brands it starts off collection 1, collection 2, whatever. Like
I think Fear God's the only one that still kind of like does their own thing. I know there's like some other ones, but there's some big ones.
Yeah, the fashion calendar is a little bit dumb in my opinion, but it's a money like
system.
system. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit's
I feel-
already set in stone.
I was gonna say something that you said, like a lot of people right now, or I
I'm
shouldn't say a
about to
lot of
smoke- Hey,
people.
can I get a cigarette? I'm about to smoke live on the pod.
It's in the car.
Wait, you can. Oh, I
Yeah.
keep forgetting we can smoke in here.
Nah,
I gotta-
he can't smoke no more. The nigga hit me, no, like we can't smoke at all no more. Like
Oh,
that
no
nigga
weed?
damn near finna kick us out type shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn,
Okay.
for real.
I had to hit the group chat. Yeah, he told us once already, and I hit the group chat and it was just, all right, like we're just gonna like maybe smoke a night and like set some incense up, but not smoke as much. Basically, what we talking about. And then I asked him for like the bill this month, and then he was like, yeah, what blah blah blah. And he's like, also I'm got like my like 4th complaint, second one being yesterday. I don't know. I think it's like
I can understand, I guess, but come on,
Yeah.
niggas be playing rock music,
yeah,
loud as fuck.
drinking beers and shit.
Yeah.
Definitely drunk driving after this bitch.
Yeah,
Being here
110.
drunk as fuck.
So it's like,
But he probably don't give a fuck about that either. It's just, I don't think he actually gives a fuck. I just think that like somebody's just complaining
right, yeah,
about it.
whatever.
But if it's lit, like, yeah, I ain't really tripping. Last thing I'm gonna do is get kicked out of the
Of
space
course,
for
yeah,
smoking some weed.
That's
So
dumb. Yeah,
that's definitely
I'm not
out.
even tripping.
But you want to talk about? Let's talk about some of all the new drops that have been going off, bro. I feel like Balenciaga's been going nuts. I like all the shit they've been doing. I like the red carpet, like how they did their runway over
It was
there.
cool, yeah, but like, do you really like what Balenciaga?
I ain't gonna lie, I actually like it.
You see that hoodie?
Neck pillow?
Yo,
Yeah.
bro, that shit's kind of funny, but it's cool at the same time.
I'm gonna
I
need
feel
you.
like that's part of their brand.
I'm gonna need you to explain. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's a meme brand in a lot of ways. Like
I guess you could I don't know. I wouldn't.
Demna's a whole troll, bro. It's a fashion
Yeah.
troll.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of like it's just like something.
Yeah.
You can call it a meme or like a fashion troll. I feel you. But to explain why I like it, I just like it because, like the Simpsons shit. Like I like that because I don't know. It just makes sense. Like, okay, we have the Chinatown Market Simpsons collab shit, right? And like we look at that like
There was an off-white one too.
There's an off-white one.
Simpsons,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Damn, Simpsons been getting it in for a minute.
Niggas
But,
love the Simpsons, yeah.
I was just saying, like, I feel like the Balenciaga and the Simpsons shit, like, they just did it way different. Came out with the whole animation.
Yeah, that was
they
cool.
They fucking, like, rocked all the clothes. It was like a 10-minute little show.
You thought the Fortnite shit was tight too?
I didn't like the Fortnite shit until I seen them do the Simpsons right after. Because the Fortnite shit, I'm like, what the fuck? And then I seen them do the Simpsons, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what y'all doing. Like,
What are
y'all
they
just
doing?
this shit. Huh?
What are they doing?
They're being, like, trolls, like, Balenciaga as fuck. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't. What's a good way to explain it, bro? I guess I respect what they're doing. I see what they're doing, like, and I thought the Simpson thing was just cool in general.
I almost
Like,
don't even see what the fuck they're doing.
Do you think that's like? Cause I heard some people say this. Do you think it's important for like real brands to be in video games? I think it's kind of cool. Like imagine you're playing a video game and then like your GTA character got like actual branded Louis Vuitton. I mean I guess, but
I didn't give a fuck about it, and literally until yesterday. Like literally until I just started seeing it all add up, and I'm like looking at it more, and I'm just like, oh, okay, like it's just like I don't know. To me, I relate everything back to music. Like there's just a category for everything. So for them to step outside of the box, I like shit that's outside of the box. Like
I agree
they're
with that.
obviously doing some like weirdo shit, but
Yeah.
it's like it's working. Like them niggas.
No,
is
I
not, like,
agree with
they're
that. They're
OD, not lit.
creative. They're doing something new.
Yeah.
They're, they're
you
like
just feel like it ruins the brand.
not
I
even
feel like it makes
necessarily.
them-
That is his brand. His brand is just weird. You know what I mean? But it's like, does that align with my own personal interests and shit? Not necessarily. You know.
Oh,
So
okay.
I can't.
Do you only fuck with shit that aligns with your personal interests?
I have a few Balenciaga pieces, like, and I like Demna, but it's not like
But not- I'm
he's
saying
not
in
a
general.
designer for me. I mean, if I'm gonna be a consumer, yeah, then it has to, I have to like see myself in that style, Like the designers that I like the most, it's like they whole runway fits be like top to bottom, like curated for for like my style, taste, or whatever, like So selecting pieces from certain designers is really easy, whereas Demna, I only want like, I don't know, 2-3 things each drop. Like,
Right. I guess like I look at art so differently now after just loving art for so long and making art that I just look at it like I just want to understand it. Like once I understand what somebody's doing, like once I can like wrap my head around it and like get it, then I respect that's what they do.
For sure.
And I like, okay, I could fuck with
For
that.
sure,
Like,
yeah.
Maybe I'm not throwing on the Simpsons like Marge on there, but
Yeah.
I like how they put that shit together and that shit went crazy viral and I'm like, oh, like everything's adding up. I see the marketing
To be real,
behind it.
I didn't watch the Simpsons part of Balenciaga, the Balenciaga show, but like the whole like red carpet thing that they did, where the celebrities were part of the runway.
That was
Did they
tight.
not know it?
Yeah,
Is that part of
Yeah.
it? Like they
The-
didn't know they
they
were
didn't
part of
know.
the runway,
the models did know.
but the
It-
celebrity models didn't know.
I think that's what it
That's
was.
like the cool part. Like nigga, like that shit's dope.
It's just something different.
It's
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah, I'm not taking that. Like, I'll give that to Demna all day. He's like a super creative dude, you know.
Right.
And like he went to like design school in Antwerp, like for the shit. So
Yeah.
he's well versed in like the actual history. He's not like he didn't just pop up out of nowhere, you know. He
Right.
kind of deserves to be where he's at.
You
But
know what the fuck he's doing.
yeah,
I mean,
but I don't know. It's not necessarily my favorite brand at the moment, just because it's not necessarily like some shit that I see myself wearing.
right. I guess I like some of the pieces. I haven't like in person. I feel like that shit is a lot different because I know that shit is way oversized. I know it's like some shit that I would have to really try on, and I'm like not even really looking at it from a consumer standpoint, just more of an artist.
It's super like unseeming.
What the fuck
Their
does that
shit
mean?
like it's like nice material, but it's like I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. It's if he does like suits or button-up shirts or like trousers, usually they're like they look like used car salesmen like size. So they're awkward. So the material is like A1. It's the best fabric.
But the
You
sizing's
know,
weird.
but
right?
the sizing's just weird and awkward. His whole thing is low key awkward.
I know what I do want, like some Balenciaga pants, like some of them big ass ones, like the ones that like look like they're sagging, like
Yeah.
the sweatpants,
Yeah,
some of those shits, or the cargos with like all the fucking pockets. I think they snap on those,
yeah.
and some of the footwear is kind of crazy too. Let's watch the. Have you guys watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched The Simpsons.
So there's another video that I watched like a little bit of, and it shows like the Simpsons, the video that he dropped, and like the actual pieces like next to it, like people wearing it. So we'll watch that one.
Hey, is the door gonna lock if I go down?
Is the door gonna lock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a cigarette this time.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
watch this Balenciaga fashion style with the actual pieces. Can you see, Marco? I can see. All right. I thought the shit was funny too.
And I grew up in the Soviet Union. This is exactly the kind of woman I want to be.
Is he German? Okay, PS5 hoodie. I'm not really fucking with that. Like, yeah, you missed it.
Oh, PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
That's his thing though. Like you can't get it's his thing.
I mean, I just don't like. I don't fuck with that one.
That's his shit. Like
That's-
PS5. The other one
This Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah. We all seen the socks shoe, okay? LOL. That's just tough. And then all the niggas come in mad fly. hard. Who else does the shoulder pads OD like that?
Double it.
Double it? Vetemon doesn't count. I feel like that's fucking. Yeah,
Choose
same
your
shit.
own outfit, but quickly, please.
I like this part.
No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Oh, why the hell not?
Raymond Smither.
That's how Cuddy be thinking. Like, fuck it though. Super tough. The color is crazy. And then Homer comes out like a fly to get to it. So boom, that's basically the whole video. That's a fan made video though. The other one's like different. That's not like the
Oh,
one
it
that
actually has a
Balenciaga.
sound.
Yeah, no, they're like actually talking throughout the whole thing, and it's like a whole like thing leading up. But this one, you got to be able to see like the actual pieces next to it,
Right.
just so you can like, just so we can chop it up about it. But
Honestly, I like that. Anytime somebody reinvents how a show is, like everyone went into the theater and instead of seeing like the traditional fucking boring ass models coming, like, you know, tired ass routine of people just walking around in a circle, like everyone just watched this instead. Like,
it's
I like anytime something's different.
that's how I was feeling when the COVID shit kind of first popped off, and then we were doing the podcast, and I'm like actually watching shows now. I'm like, damn, this is actually enjoyable because like Saint Laurent had some crazy shit. Them niggas are on top of the desert, like fucking
Right.
crazy ass camera angles and other shit. I'm like, damn, okay, I can actually watch this because before,
Went crazy.
I mean, in general, I probably really wouldn't even be watching fashion shows like that unless I was like doing something like this, unless it came across my feed.
Yeah.
Which ones have you watched, Marco? You said you were watching some.
Yeah, I watched like the basic ones,
Like what?
like Givenchy,
Dior? Givenchy.
R13.
I didn't even watch Givenchy's. I just kind of seen the recap. They got like a lot of flack for the noose.
Oh
That shit
shit!
was-
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
They
So-
put a noose on somebody's neck.
Yeah, like a necklace noose.
What the fuck happened? What happened to that?
I mean, they got diet prodded.
Oh,
They literally got diet prodded. I think it already happened once. So like,
was it done in a tasteful way? Like, what the fuck was
I mean, if you get diet prodded, then usually no. But Burberry got canceled for the same thing. They did
it? I'm gonna look it
this
up.
one hoodie a few years ago where the drawstrings were like a noose. I actually think it was a really sick piece, but they couldn't even. It didn't even make it past like the first day it debuted, like on the runway,
They were
because
on
they
their
got
ass.
canceled like 15 minutes later.
Yeah, because that's
Everyone was
kinda OD.
outraged. Yeah,
I'm
He
trying
had
to
the
look.
best. I think he had the best.
but
I like his clothes.
How do you
the
spell
most.
news?
Noose.
Oh, it's a necklace.
Yeah, you're just going to diet Prada. They'll have the full recap. But I don't know.
Oh, that's like whatever. Like, see, that's like whatever. To me.
I think it's stupid because it's like, how are you gonna silence
You
people?
seen it already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How you gonna silence people?
Yeah, from like, you know, I think cancel culture is the worst, bro, because it's like it literally mutes creative people from like creating like freely. You know what I mean?
Bro, we be on here fake getting scared like we finna get canceled
Type shit,
from
yeah.
some like 100 fucking
And it's
viewers.
possible, but yeah.
100 views.
Yeah, like who the fuck is this?
Because-
The same nigga I know right here.
I don't know. You be thinking in the future. You be, yeah, true.
No,
It's-
they can dig it up though. That's
It's
what
prominent,
That's the only-
bro.
that's the
It's
main
prominent, and people get, you know.
But there's a bit. Let's be honest
They
though.
don't- they
There's
don't
actually
believe
been
in
a
growth.
fight back of this like cancel culture shit. Like it's actually like
Successfully though, who you know who's
successfully,
like who you know who's like
baby. You
withered,
can talk about the
withered
baby
the
right
storm.
now.
But
That nigga said some OD shit. Even niggas was like, damn nigga.
but is he still really getting booked like OD?
I mean, like, I don't know his whole catalog, but you can see the reassurance of like him coming back. Like niggas are accepting. Like a lot of niggas feel the same way we all feel. You know.
It's OD. Like some people
I agree,
deserve.
it's-
Some people deserve like, you know, to kind of get the plug pulled if they're like just not good people. I suppose. I still kind of have mixed feelings about it because it's like.
Like Matthew Williams is not finna get pulled for that.
No, I
don't think so.
even think
Yeah.
that was like.
But like, bro,
Like, come
Diet
on, bro,
Prada
like-
is like the biggest fashion critic.
That could mean like
out right
that
now.
could mean like suicide. Could mean death. Which I mean.
Well,
but
yeah, they didn't
like
say
a
it was
noose-
slavery, but people just don't like. People didn't say it was a slavery reference. People
Oh, really?
just don't like the imagery of a noose, whether it's related to suicide or whether it's related to like slavery. People just don't like the imagery in general, and like you know,
But I think he
You get
purposely
canceled
did
for either
that.
one.
There's no way he like
Maybe
he
he felt that
purposely
way.
knew what was gonna come with that shit, bro. Nobody's making a noose on the neck right now and being like, "Oh shit, I forgot."
But the way it was wrapped around the neck, I thought was cool. It wasn't like he made a noose and
Yeah.
it was like a noose around your neck.
Like I don't
I
even think
thought that was kind of cool.
that'd be kind of hard. Like
I have no feelings about it, but like you know, you can't ignore like the
flag people
cultural
get.
phenomena that like Diet Prada is. You know what I mean? And it's like they're key holders to like a lot of.
I think there should be people that
Higher
check
ups.
people, like definitely.
But isn't that all they
but
do?
I shouldn't be. I don't
Yeah, all
think
they
the
really
cancel
do.
culture is
No,
kinda
they
fucked up.
big up people sometimes. They do, but like majority of you know,
But they're mostly known for just
yeah,
canceling niggas,
drama
right?
sells. So it's like
Like
you
I
know.
don't even follow them to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I know they're like prominent and like they're real like journalism. I'm sure they went to school for that.
It's informative.
Yeah.
It's good journalism. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes they hit things right on the head, but they're like OD politically correct. Like you know, so I don't know.
You stay on Diet Prada though.
I wouldn't say I stay on it, but yeah, like I follow them. So like anytime something happens, like yeah, it usually finds its way on my feed.
I just know when you bring something up like sometimes where it do be like from Diet Prada. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they're like, you know, one of the big keyhole. Like, who do you know that really is like a bigger fashion critic than Diet Prada at the moment,
I think they're the biggest.
right?
Yeah. With
I,
the,
I was showing him, it's related to this topic. I was showing him this Chris Lilly show. He has like a slew of different shows on like HBO back in the day. So like one of them was called Summer Heights High, and he's almost like a Mike Myers type of a actor where he does characters. So he'll play like 3 or 4 different characters in one show. And that's his style. He doesn't do movies. He just does like TV shows, and they're about like 3 or 4 different characters, and he plays each one, and they're all like completely different. One of the characters he did for a show called Angry Boys was blackface. And if you read and like he does say nigga, yes, but like it's actually done like he also does like an Asian like woman. He does like a private school girl. He does all types of things. And like if you read the comments, it's a lot of black people on there who's like, bro, I'm black and I actually find this hilarious. And like actually from that same perspective, bro, it's like it's funny, you know. And
well,
people-
comedians play an important role like in our culture in general. Like the
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle thing, like that nigga
Yeah.
saying wild shit
Yeah.
throughout the whole shit. Damn
But
near,
you
like,
he did whiteface, but it's kind of like blackface, kind of different.
no,
All right, but
blackface is for 100%
It's like that.
different. I'm not-
Blackface is like there's actually like history.
I get
behind
it,
that.
but
Like,
why? All
and
right.
you got a white man saying nigga on top of it. Like,
Let me ask you this: how come he got canceled and like Robert Downey Jr. is still like thriving and shit?
because
Right?
that was like
different times. I
yeah.
think.
But his shit was from back in the day, and they pulled it up from back
Oh,
in
yeah.
the day. Yeah.
Oh, and then he
around
got
the
canceled?
same exact time as Tropic Thunder.
Because you know what's funny about Tropic Thunder? It's they're making satire about niggas that do blackface, bro. That's the point. That's why we accept he's like, bro, he's the dumb nigga.
I
He's
agree.
the dumb,
I agree.
he's a dumb
I
actor
agree with your
thinking
point.
that's like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
I
gonna
agree with
really
your
get
point.
into character.
Right, right.
Like I guess, but like Bro, like that one was just tasteless. It was just really tasteless.
You watched it? I never seen it. This is my first time hearing about
He
it.
showed me about it. I heard about it
yeah.
in high school one time, and they were talking about how that show got canceled. He showed me about it, and it reminded me of that. But the other dude that you showed me, the Middle Eastern dude, or is he Israeli? Like when he does he's not doing like a black character. Like he's doing a hip hop character. It's not like
Yeah, I think he's Israeli.
he doesn't do it like.
He's talking about Ollie G and Sacha Baron Cohen.
No.
Borat.
Oh, okay.
But if you know the story behind Borat, he got a show called the Ollie G Show, where he did characters in the same way. So it's like Borat. But isn't Borat technically like?
It's different, bro. I don't know how. Like the
I
best
think
way to
definitely.
explain is like
I think like different races get treated different for sure. Like I think you can do some shit with this culture, but you can't do it with this culture because like black people are gonna speak up. You know, like Asians didn't really speak up for a while, and then now like they're starting to like make a like a stand for themselves and shit like that. And it was black people doing all that fucked up shit to them, and like niggas ain't talk about that.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah.
But
So,
I'm
I
just
mean, you
saying.
can go
I'm just
all day
saying.
about it.
Yeah, that is true. We could go all day. It's pointless, but
But
I get what you're saying. Like bringing up some shit from people's past, like cancel culture shit. I agree. It's just some people are not starting to fuck with that.
Well, this is my
Because,
thing.
no,
you
it's a
fucking
fight
us,
back,
you trying to
bro.
really fuck up niggas' lives. You trying to fuck, but
But like the companies stand behind like cancel culture usually, because whenever they get flack, it's
Yeah, the
easier
big
for them to
companies.
just side. Yeah, it's easier for them to just side with whoever's like outraged, right?
yeah.
So it's like you bear that, like you bear the sword of niggas not being able to say what they You're probably gonna miss out on some really great comedians, some really good like artists, some good designers, whatever the fuck, because like cancel culture just won't let them put out what the fuck they want to put out.
Right. Hopefully, actually, before I even say that, I was actually reading this article yesterday, and it was talking about that. And I was reading up on brand ambassadors, right? Like, cause Louis Vuitton just signed "Oh Girl" from fucking Squid Game, right? So I'm like, oh shit, she signed, and I'm like, what the fuck really is a world brand ambassador, And so while I was reading that, there's this portion of the article that goes into like why these brands are like Balenciaga are like doing a lot of like virtual things, like obviously because like Gen Z, everybody, they live their lives online a lot more now, but also you can basically get like an influence and a market in people's face that's not really attached to a fucking person that's gonna maybe go on stage and say some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can control what the fucking Simpsons they gotta say, and then some like
Explain. All right, so I get what you mean with the Simpsons, how everything is controlled, right? Like, but the girl with Squid Game.
That was a portion that has nothing
word.
really to do with that. But the girl with Squid Game, what they said about that is how all these brands are like moving towards like K-pop and like Korean
For sure.
like artists for
Massive
sure.
market.
Like niggas don't really give a fuck about like the average Hollywood fucking Marilyn Monroe girl no more. It's all about like those people because they can touch like worldwide stages.
Dog, I'll be honest. Anytime I see like a brand that I fuck with, sometimes I'll like maybe go to tag posts or whatever the fuck, and like all you see now, bro, for any popular brand that you like, if you go on the tag post, it's gonna be all these fashion repost pages, and it's just all Korean like K-pop stars, like just dripped out in like everything. Like
it's crazy.
And like you know how the is it BTS who be rocking rude shit? OD.
They rock everything OD.
BTS?
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
they're
I always
fly.
see Rude repost them because they do rock a lot of Rude, and I'm thinking like, bro, there's no way he's not giving them no money for that.
I
don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nah,
I think, bro,
I would almost guarantee you he doesn't. I would almost guarantee it.
I think Rude
BTS
bro, might
is
be one of like the biggest brands. Like,
do you
like
understand?
Next to Off-White that's coming up.
BTS is
so it's like people
stylists.
really fuck with him.
The stylists for BTS are dropping bags on like clothes.
But
bro.
why?
Like,
Why would they need to drop a bag?
What do you
on
mean?
Some clothes, like
Because
bro,
at this point,
we're the
That's just
biggest
how it
group,
is.
We're like,
I don't know. That's just how it is. Like sometimes stores will give you discounts, but like I know people who like I know a nigga who style for like Burna Boy in LA or whatever, and like he goes and he spends money, but like depending on the store, if he goes to Chrome, like he usually just gotta pay whatever the fuck it is. If you go to Gallery, maybe they'll like give you a discount, whatever. But it's like the stylist goes around, buys a bunch of shit. Sometimes
see, I know that's true, but
he might
like,
do a
BTS
pull.
Was the prior brand ambassadors for Louis Vuitton. So it's like after I have that job title, you got me fucked up if I'm paying for anything. But I mean,
I get it,
don't know
and
for
I
a
know they
fact.
get a bunch of shit sent for free, but they got fucking bags too, bro. You think they're not going
Probably
shopping
get
every
less.
time
Probably
they
get
touch
less.
down?
rude down. Like them niggas be rude down to
Damn,
the
they really be
socks.
rude
Like,
all the way.
Bro, Celine down, like that whole
shout out
style.
the Koreans, man. The Koreans are low key just like on
That
the
old
floor.
that whole Eddie Slimane style is like exactly what they be in. That's why they be in Amiri too, Rude, a lot of ERD too. Like,
Did you watch the ERD? Did you like some of their stuff?
yeah, bro, I'm here for ERD. Like,
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter.
yeah,
It's
I'm
just
here for
already-
ERD.
Okay.
He's trying to mature his collection a little bit more, so I see he's going more into like the women's realm. And I was telling him,
It was a lot of women's stuff.
I figured this out. That's how you stop getting boxed into that like streetwear designer category, is if you really start focusing on like making some women's pieces. That's the only way that you can crawl out of that space, unless you're like making suits or some shit.
That's what
but,
literally I was
yeah.
gonna say. I was like, I think your theory before was like making suits. And
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like two things you could do. It's either you got to
Suits
really,
and women.
you got to
That's
go
a good
all
point.
the
I
way
see that.
Tom Ford, or you got to go like a big collection like the Row.
Because I was looking at a lot of it, and it's like there's just like a lot of girl stuff, and it's kind of hard for me to pay attention to girl shit unless like I think it's really really fly. I could look at it, I respect it, I fuck with it.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
there's
not
no
like I'm
reason for us to wear it
Yeah.
because we don't wear those clothes. So most women probably aren't watching men's fashion shows either. But
I was actually watching the women's. I'm not gonna
Which
lie.
one though?
I watched I scrolled through the Isumiyaki. I watched the soloist.
That's just probably hard though.
The soloist, it was pretty short, but the pieces were weird. And they're same thing with Comedic Song. I watched Tom Ford. That shit was crazy.
but was
Because
it
a lot of
crazy.
them are like females right now too. I caught myself watching a lot of like female shit last night too.
was
the
it
Miu
mixed
Miu-
or did it have men's and women's?
So the Tom Ford, pretty sure majority of
women's.
it was women's. Comedic Song was women's. Soloist all women's. At least the shows I watched.
Yeah.
Miu Miu all women's. I mean, she had male models rocking some of their stuff, but it was all like women.
Bro, everybody's talking about those Miu Miu. Well, at least it's getting reposted a lot.
It's getting. I'm
The
starting
New
to see
Balance
people-
shoes.
Yeah, bro, they starting to fuck with it. But I used to see like the little algorithm a while ago, and I was like, the algorithm be putting people onto shit. Like it's
Yeah.
already like forming people's what they
Um,
don't like.
Can I switch topics on y'all? I'm gonna hit y'all with some shit. So remember we were all talking earlier, like with Joey and shit, saying like why do niggas like dress up? Like it's not like you finna really just pull a bitch off those off-white jeans, right? It's not like you finna like she's gonna know what like this is and shit like that.
I have a
You have a good? All right, go ahead. Because I feel like a lot of people want to know that. Like that's kind of interesting. Like
people.
why the
I
fuck
feel like people have their own reasons, but me personally, it's like, bro,
are we dressing? Are guys dressing for the guys?
I'm dressing for myself, one, and I'm also dressing because the people like I don't know, like the type of shit you fuck with, you're gonna attract the type of people that fuck with the stuff that you fuck with. So I mean, like, type of people that I want to work with and stuff like that, they wear these type of brands. Some of them might not. Some of them might be like artists and not fuck with that type of shit at all, and we can relate a certain other way. But I feel like the type of shit you wear and the way you dress actually attracts a certain type of person.
So you.
But it's not specifically niggas, like, because you might fuck with a certain type of woman that may know what my shoes are. Most women are looking at my shoes. I shouldn't say most, but certain women are looking at my shoes and are like, oh, this nigga's wearing some dusty ass boots or this, that, or the other. But there's some women that are looking at your shoes, they already know what it is, and they're on to some whole other.
I don't even think that we're like a accurate like study group for this because like, you know, I think we all dress for ourselves, but you got to think about just like the majority of people, bro. Like there's a reason why everyone goes to like the Off-White, them big name brands first before they go to anything else. The overwhelming majority of people, right? They go to the loud logo shit because it's like that's what gets attention. You know what I mean? Like some people don't really like care about style as much as they just care about being like trendy or whatever,
Light.
right? Yeah.
Like,
So
yeah.
even if you look at most of the girls who be out here, bro, it's like they wear off. So I see
Yeah,
so
but
many
those same
shorties coming in
people-
Off-White.
The same people you're talking about are not gonna like. They're not worried about it though. They're not like OD. Like they're not starting no fucking podcast about it. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of women are like brand whores. Yeah, for sure. A lot of women are kind of like this, but
Yeah,
you know,
whatever.
not to be
Lack of
offensive,
better
but
term.
yeah, brand whore is like they'll just wear like hella logos, and I see it like everywhere, you know. And it's like
Literally,
usually,
I have hella logos on it.
huh?
But I mean,
No.
I don't know, bro. Like,
I got an answer.
I feel like it's up to, cause some niggas like are getting into fashion because it's just what's hot right now, bro. It's like some people like actually like, oh, that's like he's saying, oh, that's what that is. I want that.
They're like
Some niggas
Pokemon
actually
cards,
are
bro.
like, like actually love
Like the
this,
pieces.
and so
I
they're
for-
getting
I
into
swear.
it, you feel me? And
I
some
think-
people, you know, I think it's like, I'm personally not dressing for it.
For sure. I don't think any of
I don't
us
even
are.
post on Instagram.
I don't think any of us are, but you never seen that quintessential like Scottsdale couple like at Nobu and like the niggas in some off-white and like the girl probably got an off-white purse or some shit. Like I can
Yeah.
see the image already, you know what I mean? Like
I think there's
Um,
those people. Go ahead, finish what you gonna say.
that probably
Just
takes
like
up the
luxury right
biggest
now, too.
Oh, you
the
think
biggest
that's the
piece of the
biggest
pie, yeah.
I think. I mean, first of all, I think like now we're entering like a new wave where it's like a bitch might not know what the fuck I got on, but like they can tell like, okay, something like there's something like he has something different. Like this shit just looks different, so they can sense like style just from a person already.
For sure, yeah.
But to answer the question on some like why do niggas get dressed like the way they do type shit, I feel like for me, this shit's just been like, it's just been like a lifestyle since like a kid. Like everybody I looked up to, I looked at like damn, they got those on, this, that. Like I wanted to be like these people, my idols. I would look at like what they wear and shit. So from there, it kind of just took on like, okay, I want to start wearing that. And then from there, it went from like, I'm really living this lifestyle. Like I'm really finna go like break my pockets to go like do this, and like I want to make sure like everything around me is fly. Like from my room, like I want to make sure I have the white desk because it kind of matches that. And then it almost like catapults like your whole life.
You got to remember too, so many dope boys who come in, bro. Like expensive clothes is almost like a trophy for a lot of people too. You know, if you getting money, it's like for a lot of people, it's a reflection of like, you know, the money that they're getting. So
Right. I mean, damn. Now you can say it like that. I mean, fucking like think about kings and pharaohs and shit. Them niggas had the most
I was
extravagant.
thinking
Yeah.
about this the other
Yeah,
day. Like,
fits.
I was watching the Mason Margiela shit, and like a lot of the fits were like based off of like peasants and shit, and that shit looked fly, right? But I was thinking like, damn, niggas were really paying like equivalent to like thousands of dollars for fits, like the rich people and shit like that. And niggas outside were really dressing like bums.
And then
So
you got
it's
like Bill
This
Gates.
has always been a thing. It's always been a thing, bro. And the
Oh.
peasants always have wanted to dress like the rich. They always wanted to be in like that type of stuff.
Right.
Like,
Because they're the most like well liked.
bro, like I said, Adam and Eve, bro, that's the first thing they did is cover themselves. I don't know why, but that shit is important. Like I feel like your appearance sometimes is important in a certain way.
It's always important. It's 100% important. Like, even in like in my group class, like in school, like they tell you, that's just like one thing. Like your appearance is gonna like reflect like how you look at somebody else. If you see somebody come in dirty, you're like, why the fuck this nigga ain't got no socks on? Like,
dirty is
doesn't mean we should,
there's a
you know.
difference between dirty and just not caring about the shit. You get what I mean? Like if you look at like most billionaires, bro, like it's a like ongoing joke. These niggas like just wear New Balances and call it a day. Like
Right.
you know, like I don't know. It's usually you see it more in like with like hip hop culture and shit like that. You know, it's I'm sure music has a lot to do with it too. You have like Cardi introduced so many people to Rick Owens and all this other shit. So like you said earlier, you want to dress like the people you look up to. But I don't know. Yeah, it's
I think
convoluted.
kids now are like actually like getting into clothes. Like I can notice that from niggas like or kids coming into the store now. You know, like they actually like care about what they wear. And
they care about
that's
a
not
lot.
like how it was when I was
Yeah,
growing up.
that is definitely true.
You know what
Like
I'm saying?
niggas definitely care more about.
Yeah.
For sure. The
And they're more accepting to other shit,
Yeah,
like
that's the coolest
because
thing.
of fucking like Lil Nas or like some like all this other shit. Like you can kind of just be whatever the fuck you want to be in general. Like
Right, that is a fact. You have your vintage niggas. You have your hiking aesthetic niggas.
hiking aesthetic niggas, your fucking
Yeah.
country niggas,
your
all
tech
types of
tech
shit.
wear hackers.
Yeah.
Looking at Cowall.
What other shit have y'all been getting into or this has just been on your mind?
Shit.
While I
I've been
scroll down the Instagram.
I've been revisiting all my favorite TV shows from like the past. So like that, all the Chris Lee shows I was talking about. There's this one show called Flight of the Conchords on HBO. HBO is the shit. HBO has everything.
Do you have HBO Max?
I don't know,
Probably.
That was a side note.
maybe, but yeah. I've been buying them actually. I haven't like literally just been going on iTunes. and
Oh,
just buying
really
them.
copping them?
Yeah. because like I want them forever. Flight of the Conchords is great. Yeah, if I could, bro, I actually want like Flight of the Conchords, the two dudes who's in that duo. I want to like seek them out and have them model for Reservoir. That'd be such a sick like
That'd be hard.
spread.
Anytime somebody like goes back into their childhood bag and like brings it out, it's the most like fulfilling like for the person, and it shows like, okay, this is like who they really are. You know?
Yeah. I love finding them obscure ones that you forgot all about,
And then you bring it back out. Like, what the fuck? Oh shit. No, that's fire actually. Actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about Pharrell and him not doing the. Did you see that post I posted? No.
Which one?
So it's basically Pharrell. He's not doing his festival. It's called something in the water. He has a something in the water festival, I guess
Virginia.
every year, and it goes to Virginia, right? And his cousin got killed by the police.
Oh yeah, I do remember you posting it.
Yeah, and so he's not bringing it back this year because like justice haven't been served and shit like that. And the only reason I brought like that up is because, nigga, when I was in Virginia, like I know the like police out there is crooked, bro. Because one time I was in this Uber. Damn, I just brought this up to get a story off or what?
No, you kind of like.
Yeah.
No, you're just going along with it.
No,
Like, you adding to it.
But goddamn, so all right, so I'm in Virginia, right? And we go out to like the club, and then everything's whatever. Boom, got drunk. When the Uber went back to like my hotel, I fell asleep in the Uber, and this is while I'm in the military, so I'm like a cop too. So I like wake up to like hella cop cars, like I just see like hella like lights and shit, and they like open the door, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Like what are you doing here? Da da da. Let me see your ID. Da da da. Whatever. So I give them my information. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck's going on? They're like, you can't fall asleep in the Uber. Some like bullshit shit, right? I guess because the Uber driver didn't want to like touch me and wake me up. It was like a rule. And so I proceeded to step out the car. I like followed the instructions. I'm not even tripping because I already know how this shit go, and everything was like kind of regular like up until that point. And then he was like, then he started questioning like, do you stay here? Like, is this really your hotel? And I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, OD questioning me to the point where I had to like open the door for these two officers, and then like, whatever. I opened the door, and he's like, all right, now tell me like where stuff is at. And I was thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, what the
In your
fuck?
crib?
Yeah, no, in my hotel.
Oh,
And he was making me like, basically like show him like other shit. And during this whole time, like, I'm not like reaching for anything. I'm not putting my hands in my pockets or anything. But then like, as soon as I like start to like point out shit, he just starts like yelling at me, like just like it almost made like no complete sense, like how like fast all this like escalated to like a whole another thing, right? So he just starts like yelling, like telling me not to like place my hands anywhere and like keep them up and all this extra ass shit. And from there, like long story short, they end up exiting. No, long story, we had to go to the front and they had to reconfirm, even though I just opened my own shit, opened my own fucking hotel room. We had to go to the front, and the nigga who happened to be a nigga was working. He was like, yeah, like bro, he's been staying here for 2 weeks now. He's going to like school across the street, and whatever, that shit ended. But bro, that shit left me with such like a heart of like, bro, these niggas hate us. Like,
it's
it really
hella
felt so disgusting, and I
Hella
never felt like
Confederate
that bad, even like out here and shit. So when I seen that like story pop up, I'm like, damn, like I know that shit the truth. Like, there's some funky shit that probably went on with bro, because I know at least I have a personal experience like with the Virginia State Police.
Bro, the Justice Department just launched a federal investigation into Phoenix Police Department for
Yeah, they're doing ride-arounds and shit.
like no, they for being crooked basically.
Yeah, for the Black Lives
corruption.
Matter and shit stuff.
For a
too.
bunch of different shit, for just like deep-rooted corruption. But yeah, it definitely like that was what made it boil.
Yeah. I did see that too, though.
Yeah, I've
They were
been
doing some
I've
fucked
been
up shit out
violated
here.
more times than I can count, bro. In different cities, different counties, bro. Like, been pulled out of like of a chase while like using the ATM because I jaywalked to get there, bro.
Oh,
The
shit.
nigga pulled me out from like
Damn.
knocked on the window and then put me in the squad car. Like, put me in cuffs, put me in the back of the car, searched me.
How'd you feel after that though? Like, don't you feel like
That one sucked. I had wax. I just left the dispensary, so I had like wax, and and I didn't have a med card. Like my girlfriend had the med card or whatever. And I
Oh,
just
so
had
you're
the
just sitting
I just
there,
had the bag, and he's like, well, like the weed is cool, but he's like, like wax is equivalent to heroin in LA still. So like, he was trying to basically like,
He's trying to book you.
he's trying to book me. And then my girlfriend came out and she was like, I have a med card. She's like,
Damn, that's fucked up. I just think that I mean, I like that a nigga stood up for that shit, because like I was reading into the story, like I guess when his cousin got killed, like the cop didn't have his body camera on, neither did his partner, and like there's no answers to any of it. The
That's
police are
nice.
doing their own investigation on themselves. So it's just like, bro, for that nigga to come out and say
The
like,
police is doing their own investigation on themselves. Like, come on. They're Confederates, bro. It's like straight up.
Yeah.
Like there's niggas that are like.
yeah,
still
no, for real.
like that.
Yeah, one time out here, I was leaving my homie's apartment and like not doing shit that whole night, right? We was watching like Netflix and just kicking it. And I go home like early, bro, pulled over by like 8 different cop cars. They pulled me out, put me in cuffs. And like the worst thing about it, because she said I fit the description of someone who was evading her. And like I'm like, bitch, I just got in my car like 10 minutes ago. And the worst part, bro, was at the end. She was like,
really been tried a couple times.
bunch of times, yeah. And the worst part about that one specifically was like, at the end, she was like, I know it was you, but I just don't have enough proof to like take you to jail tonight. But she's like, I know it was you though. I'm like, bitch, you're really dumb, but all right, have a good night.
What the fuck? Does that leave you jaded when it comes to like
Super.
police now? Like, do you be
Super.
snapping on them and shit, or no?
Super, but at the same time, there were other like cops at this, like she was being a total fucking just giant cunt, like full fledged, like just giant bitch, until the end, right? But there was some other, it was like 8 cops on the scene, bro, and there were other cops there who were kind of like, being chill. So I don't hold it against all of them, you can't.
Right.
It's like if you have a bad experience with like one race of people and like you hold it against the entire race, like you can't do that. But
That's how I feel. Honestly, I don't like hold it against them or anything. And like when the police come, bro, I don't play around. Like I got my ID
Yeah, for real.
in a fucking sleeve. I have my insurance in like literally a fucking plastic sleeve up there, just so I don't have to like. I'm not reaching for no gun or anything like that. But
not
I don't
all
play with
cops
them
are
folks.
not all cops are fucked up, but like the
If
ones
you're cool with them, they usually be showing love. For
but the
most
ones
part.
who are fucked up have way too much power, like
It's, yeah.
too much like free reign to just do whatever they want, and that's that's
Marco be
where
snapping
we're
on
at.
niggas.
I mean,
You don't
not
play
some
around.
sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Like we were taught like how to talk to cops and all that, but I had situations to where like I actually got harassed. Like in the town that I lived in, like it's not like the cops actually harassed my family type shit on some weird shit. And then I remember one time this cop pulled me over, and there's niggas speeding in front of me, but he just pulled me over. Like, nigga, I was barely going over 5. And I just called my dad immediately because I was like, oh, this nigga, like, you know how you get a feeling that a nigga's gonna pull you over? And then as soon as he comes up, he's like, you got any weed in the car? I know you got some weed, man. Like, you know how they be. I don't know.
No,
have
it's
y'all ever
facts.
They'd be
experienced
like,
this,
yo,
but-
just tell me, and like it'll be, they're like, just
Yeah.
tell me. I know you got weed in the
some
car.
weed.
Just
He's like,
tell me.
Cause it smells like weed in here. And he's like, you got a lot of air fresheners, and I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this, bro. I'm on my way to work. I'm not doing this. I already got to drive 45. Like, I'm not doing this, bro. I called my dad. I was like, yo, Dad. I was like, this dude right here just pulled me over. I was like, and he's trying to do something weird. Like, I'm not doing this today, bro. Like, what do you want? What do you need, bro? And he was like, oh, like, they get scared because they think that like you're not gonna do nothing. But if you don't have no one there for you and you're the only nigga by yourself,
He was
which
in
happened to
uniform?
me. Yeah, he was in his uniform. But there was another situation where some shit like that happened to me. I was by myself and police came to me, like by myself, 2 police at night when I'm dropping off water or a water bill. So it's like situation like that. I'm not sure what happened with Pharrell and his cousin, but most likely he was alone, and 2 Confederate ass, KKK ass niggas thought they can get away with some shit, and they did. Like, really, they really think they're gonna get away with it.
Yeah.
But they can't have the police investigate themselves. That's like already,
Yeah.
it's already a wrap.
Who's investigating Phoenix police again?
It's like it's like
The federal, right? Yeah.
Like,
So that's
yeah.
different. Like at least like that's the feds. Like the feds really gonna crack down on your
Yeah,
ass and
yeah,
really
they
double
really-
check everything. Like, all right, because they got nothing to lose.
But you gotta get, man. They
Or
got
like the Supreme Court or some shit like that. It's like it's the higher ups.
Yeah.
I hope. But yeah, I mean, they do this shit all the time.
Justice.
Oh yeah, we gonna invest. The federal FBI's gonna investigate it. Like sometimes they're damn near the same thing. Because they're just like, nigga, the federal government is funded by all like the other states. Like, come on
Yeah.
now, like.
I guess I just like be optimistic about it. You know what I'm saying? In hopes of like
I feel like the best
they'll
thing.
correct
yeah,
themselves.
My bad. But like the best thing you can do is like what he did, stuff like that. Like nigga, why would I give
You're right.
you know myself away and like all this, and y'all like taking from us, or you know what I mean? Like that's why I never like got that
Pharrell
whole
speaks
shit.
highly of like Virginia. Like he wears Virginia on his sleeve. Like
Right.
I'm sure he really wants to do it. Like he could do that festival anywhere else and make probably 10 times the money. He can go to Miami. He has a fucking hotel in Miami.
For sure,
he lives
yeah.
out there and can make 10 times the money. So
It's about bringing something for Virginia.
right.
Yeah.
So congrats to not congrats, but applaud
Respect.
for that. Yeah, respect for that. And RIP, bro, definitely.
That's facts. You know what I was thinking about, bro? With that Balenciaga video, they made the lifestyle look so lavish and like low key like extravagant and shit. You think they played it up because it's a cartoon, or you think like that's really how niggas is like jet setting?
I mean, is it not the most like? What I mean, like it's fucking luxury clothing. It's $750.
You think this
hoodies.
nigga's on a private plane with like seamstresses and like
Who?
Demna?
Like his team.
I'm
Like,
sure
probably
Balenciaga got a
flies his
plane,
team.
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
they probably.
yeah.
I don't
I,
know.
I think he probably like I think it's probably like it's pretty
Probably fly
lavish
this
living.
nigga
Like
first class.
We was talking about this today actually, because
if Lil Boosie could take a private jet, I think Demo could.
no,
take
for
it.
sure.
I'm
Like
joking.
they have a company jet for most of these brands, right? Like Louis Vuitton and all these things, and it's whoever your creative director or whatever is like is usually gonna be on those. But what I remember what I was telling him was I found out about this new machine today, and it's like this industrial ass machine. So basically, like when people usually take your patterns and try and make it into a garment, it's even in a production line at a factory, majority of the time it's being done by actual people. So she said it's like Tetris, where they're piecing things to fit by hand. There's this new machine where everything is done on the computer. Like the computer will literally laser cut your pattern out, like each piece of everything with the same amount of like fabric waste that would happen if an actual person did it. So it's like
not wasting more.
not wasteful at all. Yeah. And it also has this thing where if you want to print something on any specific piece, the computer can also do that. So let's say like you just wanted one sleeve printed or something, right? Or let's say you just wanted this one panel printed. It'll also do that in that computer. So it's like me learning about shit like this. It's a really expensive machine, but me just learning about shit like this kind of like put it in perspective. I'm like, oh shit, really big companies and brands and people that are like brands that's already kind of off and running have like the quickest turnaround time with shit, bro.
Oh.
Like making clothes is so easy once you get to a certain level
Right, you're
of
right.
like financial income with the brand that you already have, because it's just like you can literally, like I was telling him, Virgil can think of an idea like right now and probably have a sample in his hand in like 2 hours,
Yeah,
whereas like any of us, bro, it's gonna take us like 3 to 4 weeks.
that's a fact. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Because like.
There's like an unfair advantage for a lot of them people, bro.
But those same people who are all probably like most people have access to those machines have already been through the ringer of like every single step.
Yeah, of the bullshit that we
Yeah,
were
of the
there. Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
But that's like dope that like now it's even at our access. You know, it's at our hands. I mean, like Hair and Preston's dropping some fucking 3D printed shoes,
Yeah,
and I've just seen a lot of brands do that. So it's like it's slowly starting to get like closer to us. Soon we're gonna probably like be fucking some old niggas and like. They gonna be like, damn, I wish I could fucking 3D print my fucking whole collection, nigga. Like,
No, by the
now, like,
By the time we get older, bro, it's probably gonna be like some other shit. You probably just print out a whole piece on,
that's crazy. I have an answer. My girl literally just asked me yesterday too. She's like, where do you like? I don't know. She was just like playing around. Like, so where do you think fashion is gonna be in 50 years? And I'm just like, bro, I don't fucking know. Like, what the fuck?
It's
Like,
an interesting question though.
to me, it's like, what the fuck? Like,
I think
it's probably gonna be the same shit. Like, I don't know.
I think everything's gonna look like ice.
But I think
Like
the answer,
ice.
my answer would be
Yeah,
like,
you know the
think
color
it's
of
gonna be-
ice.
I think it's gonna be a uniform.
that shit is not about to be any different. 50 years is not that long from now.
Nah,
That
it's
shit
really not,
Like
but-
nigga about to wear flare jeans and like. 50
But what if
years type
people start
shit.
making like jetpacks and shit in 20?
That would be
You don't
hard.
have a fly-ass
But
jetpack.
we supposed to have flying cars now, so I don't believe in
Niggas
that.
are not
Shit.
wearing
It's definitely
this
not gonna be
if
that
you have a
advanced.
jetpack on your back. Like your whole lifestyle just gotta go futuristic.
Someone
Like,
was telling me like they came in, they're like, you know how like we actually have a global warming problem, like
Yeah.
it's actually happening in 50 years type shit. Like we actually might,
Like we're fucked now.
like yeah, like 50 years like farming and shit gonna be cool.
Yeah,
Niggas gonna be
niggas is
just
not
in
gonna worry
hardware,
about
like-
clothes, honestly. No, you're right though. Like nigga, the essentials. Is
Surviving
gonna be
gonna be
cool.
cool.
Nigga, water's gonna be
I mean, you're gonna be in Rick though,
That's,
but it's actually gonna make sense though.
that's funny as
During the
fuck.
apocalypse.
That's crazy because I really did not have an answer to that. Like I really just like I'm like, bro, what? Like I don't fucking know. It's the same shit.
I mean, you
It definitely have
should
to.
think about it though. What do you truly think? Like think.
It has
50
to be
years.
sustainable.
Think
I
every
think
10
50 years from now.
Think about fashion 50 years ago from now.
It's like the same
It was way
shit.
different. It was way different, bro. It was way fucking different. You can't
But
even
like different trends.
yeah, everything just everything looked different. The fit of everything was like if somebody come in a full 70s fit, they look like they're from the 70s. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it hasn't come back around since that's like
But if a nigga comes in with a full 70s fit on right now, I'm just like, he could have got that shit from the store right
for
now.
sure. But you notice it looks like
I
it's
noticed
from
the
a certain
era
time
of
period.
trends.
Yeah. So 50 years from now, it's going to have like a time period-esque like feel to
But doesn't everything just get like, everything just gets recircled? Like, there's only so many innovations that I've seen happen. Like, what's some really cool innovations? Like some fucking shoes that like don't lace up. Like if everybody started really rocking some like shoe that you can pull the thing, like that's something I'm like, okay. 50
You're
years from
saying,
now,
like-
that's different.
Yeah.
But another T-shirt to me is like,
It might be like NFT
it's another
type
trend. I
shit.
can't tell you what's gonna be
Might
cool
be
in 3
some
years.
I think Rick
technology.
Owens is designing for the future.
Definitely going to be technology and fashion mix, and I feel like for sure has to be sustainable. If it's not sustainable, niggas
It's
are
out,
not
right?
fucking with it.
That's a good answer.
Like,
You think?
period. Bro, I'm
I
not.
think
fu-
everyone cares.
Bro, we have to.
Nah, yeah.
Like, we
I
literally
think
have
it is
to,
that
bro,
time,
like-
bro.
Like, we actually have to, bro.
I get
Like,
it. I
come
get
on,
that
like,
we have to, and it's important, right? But like, do you think? Do you really think like the average? Think about it. The average customer at 151 who's buying an off-white shirt. Do you think that that average person really cares?
Not
No,
yet,
I don't think so.
Not yet,
but I think the people who are like the forefront of this, of like clothing and everybody who's in this shit, they care.
Yeah,
So like
exactly.
that's really all that matters. The nigga buying it,
And technology is a
they care.
big thing too. That's
Huh?
why we
I
see.
don't think
the,
most people
the
care.
Fortnite
You know?
shit.
even people in the industry.
No, people in the industry, all of them care.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think we don't care like about driving a gas car or a Tesla necessarily.
Yeah.
But I think the people in the industry, everybody cares about. So that's what really
sure.
matters, I guess.
Yeah.
Is what all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I feel like the more customers are definitely gonna in the future, because it's gonna be an issue. Like niggas are gonna talk about it, and more brands are gonna start doing it. So like it's gonna actually become a thing.
I don't like those hair impressive shoes. I don't come clean.
What, the 3D printed
Yeah.
ones. The best ones are the Yeezy ones.
Which ones?
Aren't all like the rubber ones 3D printed?
You might be right. There's so many
Yeah.
Yeezys. I'm like,
Like the clogs,
oh,
the slides.
they're not 3D printed.
All those are the algae ones. All of them are 3D printed.
I don't think so. Hell no. Cause you can't 3D print rubber.
No, you could. You can 3D print metal and Kevlar. You can 3D print almost a lot of materials.
Okay.
But I don't know. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But I know he has some 3D printed. Like he has some 3D printed idea. Like
Yeah, I've
shoe
seen some
type
like.
thing. It's
some
not
shit.
like it is a new thing, but it's not like Heron Preston's the first. But he's one of the people that are like the first. You feel me? To do that, which I think is cool.
And
like the way
first
they're
to do,
describing
like
it was sick.
the fucking like you can scan your shoe.
Yeah, that shit
and
was
scan your
crazy.
foot and like put it on there, and then I mean Kid Super just did those like, well he just teased like these slides that were all 3D printed.
Yeah,
Those
that's-
like made out
I
of
saw you
clay.
post those.
So I
Those
like
are
that. It
cool.
uses no glue. It's super like sustainable. Anybody can make it. But if I can get my hands on some shit you was talking about, like one of those machines or a fucking 3D printer to make some shoes,
Right. Like there's machines
that's my
that
future of fashion, I guess.
there's machines that make like your clothes per order. So like you order, like your consumer orders it and the machine just makes it for like, so you're not wasting anything.
I
There's
just learned
zero
about
waste.
this today, bro. There's a whole, it's like the most complicated computer system ever type shit, where you can link this operating system with your website. So if somebody orders something on your website, you literally don't even need one of them made. That order will go directly to their database, and the computer will just make that shirt and literally fulfill the order. Like they'll send it out from there too, which is like,
That's crazy.
yeah,
It changes everything.
changes everything.
The only time you would probably waste if like people did it that way is like if you went to retail stores, but that's up to like smart buyers.
Yeah.
Like we try to, every retail store should try not to overbuy. You feel me?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like it's really like about to get into like niggas really are gonna start liking luxury a lot.
It's probably
They're really gonna start
impossible
liking what they
to
like.
adapt that
And it has to be sustainable.
into a buyer's like
Their mind.
like into a buyer's agenda, whatever the fuck, right? Like I don't think a buyer can adequately like adapt that into their thing. But like if you run an online store 100%, I think that's the future. If you like Places and Faces, I think, or what was that one that we used to have? Photos or whatever. It was like
You're
M
talking
plus
about a
RC.
brand?
M plus RC.
Oh.
So M plus RC, I think for a while they were like either them or Places and Faces. They're like online only, and a few websites are online only. They don't do anything. So like for that type of a
Company motto.
model, yeah, for that company model, it's perfect.
Yeah. I think
That's the future for sure.
I think there's a way, like I know what you said about the buyer, like it's kind of hard like to put that into like
Yeah,
that.
because a buyer has to just go
No,
buy the
that's
shit
what I was saying.
and bring
Like,
it back.
it would
It's-
really be like the real like waste. As like if niggas don't buy that shit, it's just like the buyers over buying some shit that niggas aren't fucking with. So that's what I'm saying. People are gonna actually start getting to, I feel like, more luxury products, because I feel like people are starting to like. It sounds fucked up, but they're starting to like street less and less.
Wait, I don't see the correlation though.
Wait, they're starting to like what, less and less?
Streetwear.
Yeah. Or I just think streetwear is different now. I don't think it's like, I think it's like actually in the streets. Like I think it's like I'm buying a lot of brands from like shit that my homies drop, or like, you know, like
right.
modeling. A lot of people that
That
buy
is
like
true.
Lost Souls. I think it's actually like what
I
it's
agree with
supposed
that
to
for
be.
sure, yeah.
I think it's
Like
like
smaller brands.
Yeah.
That's what streetwear is. That's
yeah.
how
But
the
I
term
think for
started.
a moment,
yeah.
like it blew up like crazy.
It bubbled up out of
streetwear,
fucking proportions, bro. Like that
and
shit was
Supreme
absurd.
did Louis Vuitton, and then from there it was like something different.
And then like people who had no idea about fashion just labeled everything that was a T-shirt by any brand like with a graphic on it, streetwear.
Right.
You know, or a
But I
hoodie or
enjoy
whatever.
wearing
yeah.
like my homie shit, or like, you know, or somebody that I just want to like support, and I think they're kind of doing something cool. I like getting those off, honestly.
It is a derogatory term, but I don't know what the fuck else you could call it.
I mean, we just had that same conversation about rap music. It's like, it's when people try to bunch all like everybody's like artistic style into like two fucking categories, you know? Like for rap, it's all rap. So it's like you got all like street niggas that are like, you're boxing them with Baby Keem and fucking like
Tyler, the Creator, yeah.
and fucking like
Right.
niggas will throw Brett Faiyaz in there on some weird shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, bro, he's the best.
kinda
And it's
rap.
like, there's only one word for that. So like clothes, we got two.
Yeah, white people
streetwear.
basically label that like the black category, right?
Yeah.
Like,
They got like alternative rap and shit, but nobody like.
yeah.
So it's just for us to be smart and just be like, I don't know, accept other people's opinions and kind of just look at art for what it is, rather than trying to like be so quick to label everything. But
For
that's
we
just what we
yeah.
do.
Yeah. It's what we
Humans
do
in
for sure.
general. I'm gonna call this a motherfucking day, bro. I appreciate it. Everybody tuning in. If you guys have any interesting topics, definitely drop them down in the comment section, or anything that you would like to hear us talk about. And shit, y'all got anything else you want to say? Hi,
Namaste.